What's good? My name is Brittany Sunshyne. This is SeedSoilWater, where we align with divine revelation for deeper roots and brighter blooms. And Spirit has me doing a signs reading for all signs for the month of May. This may be a timeless reading, May. So whenever it finds you, don't count it out. But I happen to be posting this for May of 2025. But if it has found your path, trust that there's something in here for you, okay? So we are going to just get started. I'm so excited to be here with you, and I'm so excited that Spirit has called me to do this. I don't know why it was never time before. Okay, ready? Oh my gosh! You have got to check out the last reading that I just did before this, whatever was posted right before this, okay? Because this is so in alignment. Okay, you're being called to connect, okay? You're being called to connect. Okay, this is a general message, by the way. This is for whoever you are. Congratulations. You're coming out of hermit mode, and it is like connection season for whoever has been led to this video. You're being asked to connect with others in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives, simply be around other people. You're in need of this right now, and deep connections will benefit you in many ways. The last message was all about how hermit mode season is ending. Like literally, I just wrote this down from Spirit. You don't have to do it alone anymore. It won't be like before. So anyway, this is just so cool. I love Spirit is so consistent and the messages are so clear. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to start with Aries. How you doing, Aries? Takes one to know one, okay? Oops. I might be an Aries. Okay, so. We're not doing the whole like love reading. Please. Okay, so right now, Aries. Listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. This is so funny because this reading, doing this, is what I've been hearing to do. Like, I've been hearing internally that this is what we need to be doing. So here we go. Hi, Aries. I'm going to get some other additional cards just for you. And these are cards that I wrote myself that have like meaning to between me and Spirit. So, or they might be cards that are general, so like people will know what they mean in the community. Okay, creating heaven on earth. Woo! This totally reminds me of the connecting and also listening. So you're being called to like spend time actually listening. Spend time actually, even if it's just 10 minutes a day or even just 5 minutes a day, set aside 5 minutes to intentionally sit down. And whether if you are not somebody that feels like you could focus just trying to like meditate, get a notebook and sit down and be like, what's the message, Spirit? And just start writing what comes to you. Or you can meditate and just listen if that's how it works best. But take time intentionally. And if you're like, yeah, that's a cool idea, but I never can stick to things, do a challenge. Do a 10-day challenge. Challenge yourself for the next 10 days to just take 5 minutes every single day for 10 days and just see what happens, okay? Ooh, you're being reminded that you are a timeless being, okay? And you have connection to that infinite knowledge out in the quantum field, out in the divine realm, out in the supernatural realm, whatever word you want to use sorry, the next card got me. So you are connected and you're being asked to you're being asked to listen because you're here to create heaven on earth. You're a timeless being. You need to take time to sit down and download that gold that's going to be brought to you. It's going to direct your path. It's going to give you nuggets of wisdom. It's going to be so good, okay? Dance more. Yes. Oh, that's for me. And by the way, I have something really exciting in the works, so stay tuned. Hey, hit the subscribe, stick around. Be self-assured at this time, okay? This is not a time to second guess yourself. Like, follow that intuition that you've developed. Follow that nudge and be looking out for ladybugs, okay? These will be a symbol and a nudge to you in the coming time about what, like, in terms of what to pay attention to, okay? Makes sense? Makes sense. All right, Aries, that was your reading. We are on to Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Let me grab this card that jumped out. Okay. You are being asked to check in, okay? when you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier? Excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It's always so helpful. And pretty much my life's work is all about dealing with your subconscious. So this is very in alignment with that. Check in with whatever the narrative that's running in your subconscious and try and pay attention so that you can overwrite it with hope-filled scripts that, and like self-love filled scripts and knowledge of like good things that are possible, and like insert dreams over hopeless chatter. Insert your vision of like what you're manifesting, what you're calling in over any hopeless chatter. So I'm just going to get a few clarifying cards for you. I have a lot of cards, so we just go through until they come out. Okay. So, interesting. Oh, I love this. Okay, so with this checking in and listening to what's running in your head, you're being reminded that the truth will set you free. It says not honest. The truth will set you free. So you're being invited to anchor into that plumb line of universal truth, and through people, places, things, experiences, and your own thought narratives running through your head, pay attention to what's not true. Like, listen to the thoughts and like what people are displaying, what like the media is saying, like, and use your inner discernment to see and ask your divine team. Your divine team wants to show you what is not true, what is like, who is not honest. And remember that the truth will set you free. And you got to tune in with that inner guidance to stay in the vibrational frequency of the exceedingly abundantly far above anything you could ask, think, dream, or imagine. Because Isaiah 54, a perpetual covenant of peace, like that is, and you can look that up if you want, maybe you already know it, but this is all about, it's kind of like the universal story of going through the journey, going through the spiritual journey, and just realize that at the end, like what is meant for you is a perpetual covenant of peace, of nothing missing, nothing broken, of good intentions, like good things happening for you. So when you are meditating and when you hear your whatever the narratives that's running in your head, make sure it's in alignment with knowing that like, no, there are good things set for me. There is a place and a space where I can reside that has good, like more than enough, like peace, harmony, joy. And I invite infinite intelligence to guide me along that way, show me what's true, because the truth will set you free. Woo! Okay, that was your reading, Taurus. So good to have you here. Make sure to hit the button to subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, here we are, Gemini. What's the message for Gemini? Let me get that. How you doing, Gemini? It's good to see you here. Okay, speak up, Gemini. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so that you can move on and be happy. So speak up. And maybe you're not going to speak up to, like, if it's like toward a person or, maybe you're not going to speak up toward them specifically, but maybe you need to have a session with your therapist. Maybe you need to free write it. Maybe you need to write a letter and not send it. Maybe you need to do some energy clearing around it. Clear that gunk out of your being. So take a moment right now and observe what's going on in your being, in your body, and see if there's anything that needs to be released that's kind of like running in around and around and around like a script in your head, and pay attention to it. Okay? All right. Next we have magnify the sound of the divine. Oh my gosh, you cannot make this stuff up. It's so in alignment. What I just got done saying about like, what's that script that's running in your head? Is it in alignment with the divine, like best news ever in terms of like the exceedingly abundantly far above anything you could ask, think, dream, or imagine? Is it that kind of good news running in your head? Or is it like hopeless, limited, scarcity, hatred, like those low vibrational anger, So if you got to look up, if you haven't already, there's like a vibrational sheet where it shows like the different feelings, emotions, and like moods and what vibration they hold. And so those low vibrational feelings like anger, hatred, and those are the two that I can think of right now. Those are not magnifying like the sound of the divine of what's best intended for you. So speak up, as in get it out of your system. And remember that your body is the vessel and the vehicle. Oh my gosh, this could not be more in alignment with what I'm saying. You got to get it out of your body, because your body is the vessel and the vehicle. So if your body in the subconscious part of your cells is storing these low vibrational states, it's like it's going to bump you up against the ceiling of being able to manifest. I'm getting chills on this. It's like a glass ceiling in terms of allowing you to lay hold of all of the good things that are meant for you. So, wow, what a powerful message. Make sure that you sign up for my email list, and make sure that you check out the Ascension audio spots, this co-channel, sister channel to this one. It's called SeedSoilWater Spa. It's the Ascension audio spa, and I create guided meditations, visualizations, things like that to help deal with like the subconscious, so that you can transform your life into that exceedingly abundantly, so that you can offload the garbage and the gunk. Okay, so wow, what an amazing message for you. Okay, we are on to Cancer. What's up, Cancer? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. Watery Cancer. What is the message for Cancer? What is the message for Cancer? Oh. Okay. Healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing that you need with open arms and an open heart. Okay? Healing. Okay, so Cancer is in healing mode. What is the extended message? What else do we need to hear for Cancer? Cancer is in healing. Mind, body, soul. Mind, body, soul healing for Cancer. What else do we want to say? What is the message for Cancer? Caterpillar to butterfly. Wow. Yep. So this healing, mind, body, soul, is going to transform you into from the caterpillar to the butterfly, which means you're going to be soaring to entirely new heights, entirely new heights and sights. Interesting. And you're going to see with new eyes. You're going to have an entirely new set of eyes, new perspective. This healing that you're going through is going to set you on a totally different trajectory than you've ever been on before, because it's like, imagine a caterpillar can only go as high as a caterpillar can go. It's only seeing from the perspective of the branches in like a tree, where the butterfly gets to go up and above and outside and to live a totally different perspective life. So I'm hearing don't despise not the time of like that cocoon mode, and maybe you're just coming out of it, and it's going to be a little bit, maybe it's like going to be even intimidating to see the world through these new heights. Maybe it's going to be intimidating because it's like you've never seen the world through that perspective, but just know that your divine team and that like the physics of flight has your back. And isn't it amazing and kind of like wild that a butterfly just will like learn how to fly and then it knows what to do? Like how? So you're going to be guided, you're going to be led, you're going to know what to do, and listen to that internal guidance, that intuition, and follow the path, and don't self-betray. Okay, so that's your message. Wow, it's just so direct and amazing. Okay, Leo. Hey Leo, what's going on? Let's get to Leo. What's the message for Leo? What is the message for Leo? Woo! Okay. Wow, interesting. So 3 cards came out for you, Leo, and that has not happened at all so far. And they're kind of all related. So the 3 cards are step back, let it go, and patience. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so that you can get the perspective needed. Then let it go. You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. Then patience. You're being asked to practice patience. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason things aren't aligning in the way that you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. Okay, so wow. And we just asked the divine team to illuminate what this is in regards to for Leos. Maybe you already know right now, or maybe something's going to come along that it's going to be like, oh, that's what that thing was talking about. Like, don't just jump on, like, an opportunity that seems really good. Like, span out and really look at it and qualify it and be, seek wisdom. Ask the divine team for wisdom about it. And know that, like, everything is going to work out in perfect timing and you're going to be guided along the path. And that your divine team will show up for you in along the way. And that the energy, your energy is going to restore, like refill. It's going to recharge as you go through this period of, like, stepping back, letting go, and having patience, like not rushing through something. Like, really honor yourself as you go through this time. And I'm being brought back to that connect card that we pulled at the very, very beginning. And, like, you may need to allow like a connection, like maybe it's a therapist or a doctor or a nutritional team or a business coach. Like, you might be having wise counsel help walk you through whatever it is that you're going to be making making these decisions about. Is there anything more for Leo? Okay, here we go. We have quantum field in the air I breathe and energy. Wow, these are just so in line. They're so, like, yeah, I don't quite know how to quantify it, but the quantum field is so that's literally where, in the air I breathe and energy. It's like this is all being very, like, quantum, very, like, the spirit, very much like it's time to really tune into the spiritual aspect of yourself and not operate out of, like, the masculine, like, go, 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 do, 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 like, a lot, just, get into alignment energetically through stepping back, through letting go, through having patience, like, really attuning with the air I breathe, knowing that, like, the quantum field is just this storehouse, this treasure house of everything that you need, and aligning your energy is the most important part of laying hold of whatever it is that's next. Like, sometimes resting is really the most profitable thing you can do, as opposed to just, like, getting more actions done. Sometimes resting and refueling and restoring your energy is, like, the most productive thing you can do. Okay, so that's the message for you, and that's so amazing. Make sure to subscribe and stick around, because I feel like there's going to be more messages for you coming through on this channel of wisdom. Okay, where are we at now? We're at Virgo. Okay, Virgo. So, protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. I feel like Virgos are really good at this. And then what's ironic, or it's like the yin to the yang, is the next card is allow. You're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness into your life. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we block ourselves from the flow of life. It's safe to open yourself back up. So what's so interesting, wow, look at even to, like, the dynamics. It totally reminds me of the yin and the yang in terms of the two graphics here. So you're being asked to use discernment, and for what I'm hearing is, like, if your personality type has always been to like protect and lock up and like wall up, shore up, for, you know, like then you're being invited to allow the good things to come to you. Like you don't always have to be so defensive and like self-protective. But if you've been the one that's kind of always been like open, maybe you were culturally conditioned to like give, you're being invited to like set healthy boundaries and like to protect what you have and what you've been given. And so depending on who you are, you'll know who you are. And the message is just inviting you into balance, like into balance. So that you can reside in that core frequency of your soul and that other people can see you and find you and resonate with you. Because if you're always locked up, then that core frequency of your soul is not going to be getting out. And if you're always self-betraying or giving everything you have in order to accommodate other people, then the core frequency of your soul is going to be lost in the frequency of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on. So meditation and breath of life. Whoa, we just had breath of life, but it was a different breath of life card. That's crazy. Okay. So we had this twice now. So you're being invited to align with that core frequency of your soul through meditation and through your breath. You know, the breath of life is just so powerful. It's something that we kind of take for granted. And the message here is that just like how your breath is constantly operating your body and like think about the dynamic of what you inhale, it goes through your lungs, it pushes and then tells your heart, it sends blood through your heart, like the blood goes through your whole body, the blood is oxygenated through the breath, and it's literally our life force. It's incredibly epic, and it's also like the spirit that's constantly renewing us, like constantly allowing us to keep going. Okay, so in case you don't know, I have a Seed, Soil, Water, Spa Ascension channel. So for the meditations, I'm being prompted to share that with you. Go check out the meditations there. I'm finally getting back to like posting more often there. But to get in alignment with that core frequency of your soul and to get into that balance of not being too overly protective and not being too overly allowing. Okay, so wow, this has been such a beautiful message, Virgo. Make sure to subscribe and stick around, and I will catch you on the next one. We are at Libra. Okay, Libra, are you ready for this? Let's see what the message is for Libra. What is the message for Libra? Oops. Okay, that's it. Miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Miracles for Libra. Miracles for Libra. What else do we have to say? What is the message for Libra? What else do we want to say to Libra? It's so funny. Libra, out of all, like this whole time I've been shuffling and the cards have been jumping in a specific way. And then I get to yours and now Spirit is like telling me specifically like which cards. So that's just interesting. Very much in alignment with like the miracles, like the way that it's like things are going to be happening differently for you. So you can just accept that and expect it. Okay. Wow. Okay, so affection. You are being invited to not only receive affection, but also to show your affection. Which, Libra, like that's easy for you, right? Maybe not though. Maybe you've been through some times where it's like the trauma or the betrayal or the things made you like close down your affection. So maybe you're being invited with discernment, of course, and this is not like go back to your toxic ex message. That's not that. But just like you are safe again to be in community, like to trust that like that you're aligning with like good people and use your discernment, of course. But you know, it's okay to be affectionate again. And drop anchor. Drop anchor is like time to set up camp kind of thing. Like, maybe stop the running. Oh, shoot. Do you feel seen? Okay, you have now quantum leaped, okay? So you've quantum leaped into something that you were aiming toward, and now you can drop anchor, and it's safe to show affection and trust that your strength is going, not only your strength, but your inner intuition, your divine team. Like the strength card is like the strength of your divine team is upholding you in this new space. Congratulations, that's good news. Okay, so good to be with you, Libra. I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure to subscribe. Scorpio, what's the message for Scorpio? Keep going. It may feel as though you've been on this path or journey for so long. I'm like, how many times have we felt like that? And you may even wonder if you're making any progress toward your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there, okay? Keep going. Okay, keep going, Scorpio. Don't you quit. Don't you quit right now. Okay, that one too. So, okay, so you're being invited to decrease and minimize whatever messes with your ability to hear heaven and the divine. Yeah, what did I just say? Okay, so decrease, like, so let's say if it's the radio blaring in the background with all the annoying commercials, like, turn it off. If it's the TV blaring, if you're like so used to just like having the obnoxious TV blaring, like turn it off. Maybe you need to take some time every single day and listen to the divine, because the whole keep going, you're so close to being there, and like what I'm hearing is that your divine team is going to have some specific directions for you, and it's one of those, it's a still small voice, it's just a nudge. So like get your ears and listening ears on and decrease or minimize whatever messes with your ability to hear the divine and whatever would like drown you out. So it's like, don't go into escapism because you're tired of the journey. Don't go into like, well, I'm exhausted from the journey, so I'm just going to like drink this whole weekend away, or whatever the escapism thing that you do. Don't do that. Like, stay in alignment, stay listening. Okay? Because love is moving toward you. Love is moving toward you. This is like, you're so close. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up. And surprise gifts are trying to locate you. So it's like you got to stay on path. You got to keep following that still small voice so that you can get in alignment and find and be led to what is intended for you. Okay? So wow, that's exciting. I'm cheering for you. You got this. Don't give up now. You're so close. Okay? And I know that it's a journey, and it's like we get to one space and then it's like then you level up into the next thing. So we've never really fully arrived, which for those of us that grew up on like Disney movies, we want, like, it would be so nice if we just like fully arrived, but that's not the earth journey. So, but it does get easier, and there are breakthroughs that really like stick. And there are things where it's like, yeah, you really can finally like conquer that BS, you know? So be encouraged. Okay. We are at Sag. Hey, Sagittarius, you are being asked to slow down. Life is not a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. Okay? Slow down. Slow down. So this is for Sagittarius. What is the message for Sag? What is the message for Sag? Okay, we got 2 so far. Keep going. That's so funny because like this is my keep going card. And that was the Scorpio's oracle card. And devotion. Stay devoted to your inner soul's calling, to your divine identity. Prepare to check things off your list. Wow. Okay. So the message here is that you slowing down, even though it's counterintuitive, you might feel like if I slow down, I'm not going to check all the things off my list. But what I'm hearing is like, remember that rest is a birthright. Rest is an important part of the entire like recipe. And what I'm seeing, I'm being shown like how like sowing seeds, growing things in a garden. It's like there's a big part of that where it's like after you've done the work to sow the seeds, like there's a big part of that where it's just like waiting time. And so like the farmer isn't running around the field like trying to force the seeds to grow. It's okay to like allow things to go in their rhythm of what is like the natural rhythm of growth, expansion, this realm, however you want to say it, okay? And things are still going to be checked off of your list, even if you slow down and choose to rest, okay? So that's your message, Sag. Capricorn, make sure to stick around and subscribe below. What's the message for Capricorn? It is manifest. Capricorn, you're always manifesting, whether you're aware of it or not. Manifestation is based on your thoughts, you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking so that you'll attract into your life exactly what you're wanting. Okay, Capricorn, manifesting. Manifestation. I have a whole playlist, by the way, on manifestation, quantum physics, and the word on this channel. And then on my other channel, Seed, Soil, Water, Spa, I have like guided visualizations, meditations, quantum leap meditation, so things like that to help align you with your manifestations. Okay, you are healing generations of wounding and patterns. That healing work that you're doing and the healing work that you're going to continue to do is going to allow you to manifest your dream life through the healing of the generations of woundings and patterns. Oh, interesting. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So interesting. Holding, like literally we have the two cards here that both have the word pattern on them. Okay, you are healing generations of wounding and patterns, and then a holding pattern. Whoa, okay. And then the manifestation card. So this is like a this is kind of like a hey, pay attention. And I'm being shown like the holding pattern of an airplane in the sky, like waiting for their chance to land, like when it's where they're like waiting for their chance to land on the runway. And oh, okay, here's the message. So what I'm being shown is like, be aware of the generations. Okay, be aware of the internal dialogue that's running in your mind. Be aware of the internal dialogue that's running in your mind that you may have inherited, like whatever is the subconscious program running in your head. And it might be something like, oh, people like us don't get that. Or, you know, it's not, the world isn't fair for people like us. You know, or the economy, or kitties, no. Things like that. So it's like, and you're being kind of like warned that if you do not heal those generations of woundings and patterns that you've like inherited, and the thought narratives that are just running in your subconscious, like it could keep you in a holding pattern, which would prevent you from manifesting. Like it's like weeds that are in the way of, and that are taking up all the nourishment and the soil of your subconscious mind, that's like blocking you from being able to manifest fully what you like have available to you. And then the other card was show mercy. So like with grace and mercy, we want to like show mercy to like the ones that came before us who also have inherited like garbage narratives, and realize like a lot of it is like nobody intended for that to be the narrative that like we're all, that you're currently having to purge and heal. But it's like, it's part of why you came here, and it's part of your destiny. It's part of your assignment. And so show mercy and love while you awaken to realize what garbage it is. And, you know, because it can be really maddening to be like, what the heck? Like, this is what I was taught. Like, so anyway, and attune your energy to that hope-filled vibrational frequency so that you can manifest what's intended for you and what's available. Wow, what a message. Okay, so we are at Aquarius. What is the message for Aquarius? Air sign. Jump in, Aquarius. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to just take that leap anyway. This is that time. Wow. Jump in. Like, go on with your bad self. What are you waiting for? You can't just wait around forever and be like, I don't know. Like, I have time. Like, what? Who said that you have time? The time is now. This is the only time that we have. That's such a BS narrative, like, especially for when the tendency is to, like, stall because it makes you feel safe, even though it's not really about safety at all. So yeah, move in the energy of this confidence, and you might want to keep quiet about it, like silence. Like, you can tune into the silence and the stillness in order to gain clarity and wisdom, but also I'm being heard. Like, don't go and I'm being heard. Is that what I just said? I'm being told, I'm hearing. Don't go and, like, run your idea by people, because people aren't going to have the wisdom and the nudges that you're experiencing. And also, this is your life. Like, so it's just like, make your choices from a place of wisdom and whatever, but, like, don't go running all of your ideas by a bunch of people in order to think that, like, that's your way of being. See, you know, you could tell yourself, well, I'm, like, seeking wise counsel, but really it's your way of stalling because you're not courageous enough to do the thing. Dang, that's a word and a half. My apologies. I hope that didn't hurt your feelings. But what's intended for you is to be walking on sunshine. And when you just go ahead and jump in, you're going to be walking on sunshine. Oh, wow. What an interesting dynamic here. We have the walking on sunshine and the dark night of the soul. Like the two contrast. I'm seeing this contrast. And it's like, what I'm hearing here is, like, you've already been through the dark night of the soul. You've already been through that. So it's like, jump in, because what's, you know, like, the only thing that's waiting for you is this amazing alternative, okay? Revival, like, literally reviving your life, reviving your spirit, reviving your hope. Like, get in the game, like, jump in, okay? So that's your message, Aquarius. And now, hello, Pisces. So good to see you. So good to be here with you. Woo! All right. Woo! Okay. We have abundance, create, and resolution. Okay, you're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step toward receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on its way. Okay, abundance. Look at the little beautiful gold pot of gold. Create. You're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. So what I'm hearing related to this is that creating, like, creativity is going to be the passageway that leads to your abundance. And, like, also, you know that, like, how it gets when you're, like, in creation mode and it's so fun and vibey. Like, that's that flow state, and that's that level of frequency that really allows things to come to you, because you're not in this, like, constrained scarcity mode. You're not in desperation. You just get in that, like, neutral flow state where everything is good and gravy, because you're, and I never say that, by the way, so that might be a sign for somebody, but, like, things are just really good and, like, vibey as you're in creation mode. So it's like, try and stay in that frequency. Like, let's say if painting is your thing, and, you know, you kind of just, like, get lost in the moment painting. So that's what it's like. Try and stick to that vibration for whatever you're doing, and it will allow the abundance to flow to you. Okay? Resolution. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way that we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. Okay, so those are those three cards for you. What is the message for Pisces? What's the message for Pisces? Okay, that card wanted to come out. Alignment. So yeah, kind of what I was just talking about with the creation flow. If you can stay in alignment with that vibration, it's going to allow the abundance to flow to you, because it's time to take off. It's time to take off. Like, it's time for your life to take off in this new trajectory in a good way. And you've got to know that you know that you know that you know. Okay. And that confidence, just that knowing is going to help you stay in that vibrational flow state, which allows for things to come and go. It's like the ocean tide, you know, like, you know, think about with the ocean, we know that it goes out sometimes and then it comes in sometimes. And the card that fell on the floor is decrease. So it's just like that. So even in moments where it appears like, imagine if we saw the ocean tide going out and we're all panicking, like, oh my gosh, the ocean's leaving forever. Like, it's decreasing to come back in. So Just allow the ebbs and flows of life to come in, and don't go into that vibration of scarcity, panic, like, see, my money never stays, like, or whatever. Or, you know, where I thought good things were happening, but now they're not. Like, stay, you gotta know that you know, that you know, that you know, that good things are happening, that you're in alignment, that it's time to take off, and that, like, your creativity is gonna lead to that abundance, and that things are resolving. Okay, so that's your message. This was so awesome. Please leave a comment below if you want me to do more of these readings. Maybe I can do them each month and get a message specifically for you from Spirit through this vessel.